Welcome back to the channel, YouTube. This is Mark Abram here at the Resistance Barbell Club. One of the first things that guys do when they enter the gym and they haven't been there for a long time is they're going to think about working chest and biceps. All guys want to have good, impressive arms. Today I'm going to show you some basic exercises and some more advanced exercises so you can get the biceps of your dreams. We're going to go through the gym and we're going to do almost everything possible for the bicep. These are exercises that you'll find that will absolutely make your biceps grow if you'll be consistent and you'll get protein and recovery time. So let's get to it. One of the first exercises and most common exercise everybody does for the bicep is the straight bar curl. This exercise is available to almost anyone in any gym because every gym, including box gyms, have straight bars. This is a basic bicep builder. This will help widen the bicep, also gives you strength. It's a good exercise to not forget. A lot of guys who get more advanced, they forget about doing straight bar curls. I'm an advocate of doing straight bar curls periodically. You'll find that if you go back to it and you haven't done it for a while, that it hits a different part of the bicep. You will feel it and you will get results. Let's move on to something else. Okay, the next bicep exercise we're going to cover is very common. You see it in every gym. It's the easy bar curl. They call these easy bar curls because it's easy on the wrist. Your wrist is slightly angled up, your thumbs are slightly angled upward, and it puts your wrist in a more comfortable position. Extremely good exercise for the bicep, very common. If you didn't do anything but this, you would develop great biceps. But there are other exercises to help give you that peak that everybody's looking for. So let's explore some of those. So something to keep in mind when you're working biceps is the bicep not only raises the forearm, it also rotates your wrist. See, as I rotate my fist, you can see my bicep flexing. That's what's engaging the forearm here and rotating the wrist. So another very common bicep exercise is the alternating dumbbell curl. Alternating arms mean left arm and you rotate the dumbbell up. Let me step back here a little further so you can get more of this in the frame. As I raise the dumbbell, I rotate it to a completely flat position to my deltoid. Rotate it back down slowly, control the dumbbells. I don't really advise slinging the dumbbells up like this right here because you can take a tremendous amount of pressure off of the bicep by doing that. You bounce the weight up and then you bring your shoulder to the weight, to the dumbbell. You're not getting near as much out of the exercise as you can. It looks pretty impressive in the gym to sling around really big dumbbells that way, but if you have to do that, you should only be doing it at the very end of your sets when you have reached failure. Otherwise, you should be controlling the weight up and down, flexing hard at the top of the movement, keeping your elbows straight down, rotating as you come up. Very effective exercise to hit the full bicep, front to back, top to bottom. Let's move on to something else. Okay, so as long as we've got the dumbbells out, we're going to do a movement called the concentration curl. I've covered these before, but I feel like enough emphasis wasn't placed on the movement. I don't know if you guys really got it or not. You're going to hold the dumbbell. We're going to do this one arm at a time. You're holding the dumbbell perfectly flat. This position, you're not rotating your wrist. This is basically the same as the flat bar curl, our straight bar curl, but we are concentrating on the bicep every rep. You've got your elbow braced against the inside of your knee, staring at the bicep, flexing at the top, controlling it on the way down. Always controlled movements. Not only will this prevent injury or help to prevent injury, it'll also create a very intense burn, and that's what you want. You want that blood flow. You're trying to get the ultimate pump on the bicep. That's a really good movement. If you guys haven't tried it before, I highly recommend you give this a try for a while. Okay, this bench here is pretty common in most gyms. It's referred to as a preacher curl. I think this was phrased, or the term preacher curl was coined back in the 60s. There was a guy back then who was very famous for having huge biceps. His name was Larry Scott. A lot of people call these Scott curls, but they said the reason they named it the preacher curl is because it forces strict movement. You're going to take your elbows and place it on the bench, and you can see already why it's referred to as a preacher curl. It is super strict. You almost cannot cheat on this exercise. This, if you don't do dumbbell concentration curls, I definitely would recommend that you do these at least periodically. Do these for several weeks on your biceps, and then you can move on to something else. But at least make this one of your regular exercises for biceps. These start to burn almost immediately if you have enough weight. Okay, I've got a couple more for you. Okay, if you have access to a cable machine, cable curls are another very effective bicep exercise. Most gyms, if they have a cable machine, they're going to have cable attachments for doing curls. If it's got a low pulley location like this, these are really good for concentrating on the weight up and down, all the way in the up. Control it down slowly. There's constant tension on the bicep. If you get your foot position correct, if you stand in the correct place from the cable, don't stand too far back from it like this right here, because you're just going to find yourself pulling. Get almost directly over the wheel and let that cable pull straight down on your biceps. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, here's one that I myself am guilty of avoiding. Excuse me, frankly, because it hurts. It really stretches those biceps. You're going to get on an incline bench, incline it. Don't be setting it at a 90 degree. You want to incline your body where your elbows are hanging down toward the floor, or your fists are hanging down toward the floor, and you're going to curl up, leaving your elbows straight down, and you're going to find that it really stretches those biceps out. Now you can rotate your dumbbells on the way up, such as I'm doing right now, or you can leave your dumbbells flat-handed and straighten out like this. I would suggest experimenting with both and maybe doing both sometimes. I think you're going to find that this is a very torturous bicep exercise. And usually things that hurt are effective for muscle growth. Okay guys, so there you have it. That's just a few of the main exercises that I like to do for biceps. Obviously I don't do every one of those, every bicep exercise. I rotate through exercises. I generally will do 2 to 3 bicep exercises every time I work biceps. I typically work biceps the same day I work back. There have been occasions when I've decided to work triceps and biceps together just so I can get a total arm pump. I just want to see what it feels like to have triceps and biceps pumped at the same time. That's totally fine. That works for a while. But typically on your pull day, you're working back and biceps together. That's what I would recommend you do most of the time, because it seems to have been the most effective thing for myself through my lifting career. So if you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. I hope you'll hit the like button for me. I would really appreciate it. I would love to get some comments from you. So appreciate you for watching through this entire video. I'll see you on the next one. See you at the gym.